Hello, I am Dr. Shweta. This is the series of multiple choice question जनरल फिजिक्स जनरल साइंस फिजिक्स. इन डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स हमने एक क्विज भी ऐड किया हुआ है, लिंक किया हुआ है, आप उसको प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. ये जो हमारी सीरीज है ये कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स के लिए है, डिफरेंट कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के लिए है और प्रैक्टिस करते रहिए. जितना ज़्यादा हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे उतना ही रिजल्ट बेटर मिलने के चांस होते हैं. लेट्स स्टार्ट क्विज. Question is, which of the following represent the condition for flotation? Fp equal to mg, Fp plus mg equal to 0, Fp divided by mg equal to 1, Fp equal to mgh. As per Archimedes principle, an object will float if an Boydsky force exerted on it by the fluid balances its weight. That is Fb equal to mg. So option A is the correct option. That is Fb equal to mg. Next question is, there are two charges, 1 microcoulomb and plus 5 microcoulomb. The ratio of the force acting on them 1:5, 5:1, 1:1, 1:25. So the ratio of force between these two charges are equal. जितना फोर्स 1 माइक्रोकुलम 5 माइक्रोकुलम के बीच में लग रहा है उतना ही 5 माइक्रोकुलम से 1 माइक्रोकुलम के बीच में लगेगा. तो रेशियो जो है उनका 1/1 रहेगा. दैट इज सी ऑप्शन इज अ करेक्ट ऑप्शन. नाउ क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट हैपेंड टू द बॉडी when its density is equal to the density of fluid? It's float, it sink, it remains suspended, none of the above. If the buoyant force equal to an object weight, then object will remain suspended at the depth. If buoyant force is greater than object weight, the object will raise to the surface and float. If the buoyant force is less than the object weight, the object will sink. Buoyant force is always present whether the object floats, sink and is suspended in the fluid. So option C is a correct option. It remains suspended because both are equal. Next question is, what will be the buoyant force acting on a stone on being immersed in water if it displays 100 gram of water? 1000 gram weight, 100 gram weight, 10 gram weight, 1 gram weight. As per Archimedes principle, if a stone on being immersed in water displays 100 gram of water, the buoyant force acting on the stone will be equal to 100 gram weight. That is B option is correct option. Next question is, which of the following is correct about surface tension? It is a scalar quantity. It is molecular phenomena. Its root causes electromagnetic force. All of the property of surface tensions are, it is a scalar quantity, it is a molecular phenomena, it is a root cause of electromagnetic forces. So all of the above options are correct. So D option is a correct option. Next question is, what is the effect of increase in temperature on the surface tension of the liquid? Option is, it decreases, it increases, it remains the same, none of the above. The surface tension of the liquid decreases with the rise of temperature. The surface tension of a liquid is zero and its boiling point and it vanishes at the critical temperature. So option A is the correct option. Now next question is, which is correct about the height of capillary column of a liquid at particular temperature as per Jourin law? Equal to the diameter of the tube, directly proportional to the diameter of tube, inversely proportional to the diameter of tube, half of the diameter of tube. So Jourin law, according to Jourin law, The height of capillary tube column of a liquid at a particular temperature is inversely proportional to the diameter of the tube. So option C is a correct option. Now next question is, what will be the change in height of water in a capillary tube if a stationary condition on earth, if the same tube is taken in lift going downward with acceleration? Height increases, height decreases, remain same, can decrease or increase. In lift going downward with acceleration, the effective acceleration decreases. So height increases as height is inversely proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. So option A is the correct option. Height increases. Next question is, which of the following is not example of capillary action? Rise of ink in fine pour of blotting paper, soaking of water by a towel, wood swells in rainy season due to rise of moisture. None of the above. Example of capillarity. Ink rise in a fine pour of blotting paper, leaving the paper dry. A towel soak water. Oil rise in a long narrow space between the thread of wick. Wood swells in a rainy season due to raise of moisture from the air of the pores. So not example is none of the above is a correct option for this question. The SI unit of free space permittivity is epsilon naught is A, B options are given. How we calculate? From Coulomb's law, F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. And we have to calculate the unit of epsilon naught. So epsilon naught equal to 1 upon 4 pi. 4 pi is a constant. F Q1 Q2 upon R square. So the unit of this is F, force का unit Newton inverse, R का unit meter, meter inverse square, charge Q is Coulomb, Q1 Q2 is Coulomb square. So the unit of epsilon naught is option B is a correct option. Next question is, which of these instruments is used for testing the purity of milk? Hydrometer, lactometer, galvanometer, ammeter. Lactometer is used for measuring the relative density of milk and hence testing of purity of milk. It is specially designed. So option B is a correct option. Next question is, what is the density of air at room temperature? 1.41, 1.75, 1.29, 1.9. The density of air at the room temperature near the surface of the earth is approximately 1.29 kg per meter cube. So option C is a correct option. Next question is, when a glass rod is rubbed with silk, it acquires a positive charge because proton are added to it, electron are added to it, electron are removed it, proton are removed from it. तो ग्लास रॉड को जब हम सिल्क से रब करते हैं तो ग्लास रॉड से कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन सिल्क में ट्रांसफर हो जाते हैं, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर रिमूव फ्रॉम इट, इसकी वजह से इसमें डेफिशिएंसी हो जाती है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की, और नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और प्रोटॉन्स अनइक्वल हो जाते हैं, जिसके वजह से इस पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज, हमें लगता है कि पॉजिटिव चार्ज एक्वायर हो गया है. सो ऑप्शन सी इज अ करेक्ट ऑप्शन, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन आर रिमूव फ्रॉम इट. Next question is, a proton and electron are located in uniform electric field. They will experience equal force in same direction, equal force in magnitude, equal acceleration in opposite direction, acceleration equal in magnitude. So when electron and proton are located in uniform electric field, they will experience equal force in magnitude, but opposite in direction obviously. So option B is the correct option. अब हम इस लेक्चर को एंड करते हैं, और जल्दी हम और वीडियोस अपलोड करेंगे जनरल साइंस फिजिक्स की ही, जिसमें हम अब थ्योरेटिकल से थोड़ा न्यूमेरिकल की तरफ चेंज करेंगे इसके मोड को, और बाकी हम क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स और लेजर के भी वीडियोस जल्दी अपलोड करेंगे. देखते रहिए, कीप इन टच, और लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब भी करिएगा. जितने व्यूज मिलते हैं, मोटिवेशंस मिलते हैं हम लोगों को वीडियोस बनाने के लिए. थैंक यू.